Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to be taking apart and putting back together a Craftsman riding lawnmower. I'm going to start off by saying I know very little, basically nothing about riding lawnmowers. I gleaned some information from my viewers, gave one of them credit because he found my solution, and I gleaned some information from another YouTube video. At any rate, if you're having problems with your lower deck area, that is the cutting assembly, or with your mower not moving forward or backwards, this video will probably help you. It'll show you basically how to change the two belts that are under most riding lawnmowers, show you how to remove a wheel, put a wheel back on, make sure the wheel's installed properly. Maybe it even have information on jumping it, setting a parking brake, stuff like that. It is a useful video, but I am by no means a authority in this subject. So you may not want to waste time asking me questions. However, if you post a question on the video, one of my viewers or some other buddy with more knowledge than me may come on and answer it. So feel free to leave comments if you want. The Craftsman lawnmower, have no idea how old it is. Limited edition, VTS, DLS 3500. It is what it is. Has a 6-speed option, transmission, whatever. Your lower deck area is there. Your handle to engage that assembly is there. You get a parking brake over here. You got your speed over there. You got your key there. You got your blade height stuff here. You got the model serial number there. Somebody evidently selling parts and service, or where you can get their information for parts and service. Battery there, which this mower has a bad battery. And then you have a parts list under here. I understand a lot of lawnmowers are typically like this. This thing even has headlights. So anyway, customer responsibility there, probably a safety notice stuff. You put gas in there, you check your oil there, fuel line there, somebody's messed with this, didn't put the clip back, oil filter there, on and on and on. Of course, you want to make sure you service these things before you start your cutting season. Make sure the tire inflations are right, tires are not damaged where they're going to start going flat on you and have issues like that. When your tires are low, it's a little hard to control it and moving around. Anyway, let's get started. I was using the mower. One of the tires is flat. I didn't realize it. I was having problems controlling it. I bumped into a stump. This stump here. When I went to back up, it was having problems backing up because it had a flat tire. So I removed the tire. When I did that, a gearing key fell out of it. This key locks the wheel onto the axle so that when the axle rotates, the wheel rotates with it. I didn't know it had a key. Didn't realize I dropped the key. Then when I got the wheel aired up, the tire aired up, put it back on the vehicle, it wouldn't move. And that started my quest to figure out why it didn't move. I didn't realize it was because I removed the tire and dropped the key. I thought maybe something happened when I bumped into the stump or whatever. So this video is a quest to figure out why it quit moving forward or backwards when it seemed to be running fine. Over here is called, they call it a deck. It has the blades and stuff. When you push this lever down, it makes your grass cut closer to the ground. When you move this up, it lifts it up so your grass is higher. So you cut any level you want. However, if you got to work on the machine, you need this down as far as you can get it. And then you could remove a series of clips, undo the belt, and that will allow you to slide that out from under the mower. Then you'll just have a tractor. There's a couple things you need to do to get this thing started. One, you need a good battery. Two, it should have a switch under here that the seat activates when the seat is closed. I don't know where that is. It may be down in there, over here. I don't know. The seat should stop you from starting the vehicle when it's up. However, this one starts when this seat is up. That may be bypassed or whatever. You need to be in neutral. You need to have your lower deck disengaged. You need to have your ignition on. Put that up in the, I guess, fast mode. It's smart to have your deck up, pushing your parking brake. Maybe you push that down and hold this, and that'll hold the parking brake. I don't know. Let me see if that does anything. That actually holds the parking brake. Alright, so parking brake on, and then you could turn the key and start it. This acts like a choke. Choke it, get it running, release your parking brake, lower your blade, and drive off. Appears to work. I thought, since this belt down here seemed to be very loose, that this was probably my problem. However, since talking to a few people on the YouTube about it, I think that when this is thrown over here, that takes the slack out of that belt and engages that lower deck. And sure enough, the belt is not tight, but it is tighter. It's not just flapping down like it was. What I'm looking for is an issue with the transmission drive. Maybe a belt up top that has come off, come loose or something that stopped this transmission from engaging. So I'm going to take the lower deck off, tip the machine over, take a look under there, and see what I can find. To get access to that stuff up there, I'm going to go ahead and remove this lower deck situation. I see a pin there. I'm going to access from the other side. A pin here. I'm going to disconnect here. And pin up there. I'm going to disconnect there. The guy online said you don't even need a tool. That may be possible to get this deck down. So let me pull these two pins, go on the other side, see if there's some more pins I could remove on that side. Pin comes out pretty easy. Pry it down, pop it off. Better to do this with gloves so you don't buff up your hands or whatever. I'm going to do the same to that pin there. This belt disengaged here. Now I should have slack in the belt where I can unhook it over here. Take it down off of that. Now let me move to the other side. This driver's side, I got a pin here. I got a pin up here. Then I'm going to undo the belt from over there and see if this thing comes down, or see if there's something else I got to take loose. There is a cable assembly here. It looks like this cable needs to be taken loose right here. It's hooked on down here. Slid that linkage off there. Slid that linkage off up there. I went to the other side, slid those off. I undid this clip, let this cable loose. I have one more linkage on the front. You can see that right there. I'm going to pull that pin. Then I can slide this out far enough. Looks like I got a cable and a spring there. Linkage disconnected. Now this, sliding out. Heck, it's hung up on something else, I think. Or something's just in the way. Anyway, I'm going to try to unhook that spring there so that it's not a hassle. Let me go on the other side, make sure nothing else is stopping it from sliding out this way. Just hung up a little bit right there so I can lift this side up, or air up this tire and get this high enough so that I can slide this out that side. Under the front tire so that I get that high enough to clear that. I'm going to pull it out the other side, see if I can disconnect that spring. Pull that part toward me, unhook the spring. Now I'm going to try to unroute this cable from it here and set this cable out of the way without breaking it. Cable seems to have a latch on the top of it. Push down on this latch and pull the cable through. You can use a thumb, a screwdriver, or something like that. Pull that cable out. Thumb did the trick. Now this comes all the way out. Let me get this out here, out of the way. Ooh. Now make sure your linkage is out of your way there. You're going to be fighting that stuff. Now, you could actually start this mower, as long as you got those linkages secure. Try to drive it like this. It should drive fine. However, you get under it, put it on ramps or something, or you can tilt it over and work on it tilted over. The guy I seen on the YouTube, Terrell, he got a folding chair, laid it over there, made sure the oil was tight, removed the fuel tank cap, put a shopping cheap plastic bag over it, screwed the fuel cap back on so fuel wouldn't leak out that hole. He crimped off the fuel line so that it wouldn't let gas flow, I guess, and he flipped it over on its side. Lifted it up. When you don't have this on there, that thing's a lot lighter. I took the fuel cap off, put plastic over it, tighten the fuel cap back on. That way when I tilt it, fuel don't come out of there. I'm not going to cap that line off or pinch it. Somebody already don't have the clip where it belongs. But if I see fuel start to spill out, I'm going to go ahead and tilt it back over. So now I'm going to tilt it over onto that chair. Like I said, you could put ramps under it if you could get it up on ramps. That way you could get under it. If you get under it on ramps, you got to lay on the ground. Or however, if you tilt it over, you could just kneel or sit next to it to work on it. So let me tilt this thing over, see if I can figure out what's either going on with the parking brake or the linkage that turns those rear wheels. That dang on thing is a little heavy, but not too heavy. So I look under here. This belt under here appears to be fine. Parking brake is a linkage that makes the belt come loose. When the belt's loose, it stops it from driving. When the parking brake is off, it lets it turn. Now, this is a little loose, but not the end of the world loose. So, I'm going to fire it up, see if I can get it to move. Pull this linkage out of the front of it here so it's not dragging on the ground and catching. Maybe those other ones won't catch in the back here. I might pull those off as well. Looks like they just unhook. So let me unhook those so I don't mess them up moving the vehicle. A couple things I'm going to check. I'm going to take the plastic off the gas, fire the motor up, look under it, and see if there's a couple things happening. One, I'm going to pull this cap back off of this wheel thing and see if I can see the shaft moving in there. Two, I'm going to look on top of the pulley or under that pulley that's turning the transmission gear when it's in gear and the parking brake's off, to see if the shaft is actually turning. That'll let me know if the pulley broke loose from the shaft or if there's some kind of keyway in this tire that I didn't put back right when I put the tire back on. So I'm not going to be able to talk with the mower running, but that's what I'm going to do. Kind of dangerous looking under the mower while it's running and in gear, but I'm going to take that chance. I don't think being run over by this motor will kill me unless it's my time to go. Everything on the mower appears to be working fine. Even when I release the parking brake, the belt tensions up and it turns the pulley back there in the back. However, when I shift it into reverse or one of the drive speeds, it does not move forward. A couple of you guys told me to check back here for some neutral switch or something. I don't see anything like that back here. I've looked around, I don't see it. There's a micro switch that engages when I do the parking brake, but I don't see anything else that looks like it could be undone or not proper. I don't know if there's something supposed to be in these holes here, or if that's where you hook up a trailer. I'm kind of thinking it may be something inside the gearbox. It does roll freely, in gear or out. Put the jump box. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it.
Everything seems to be connected. It just won't roll.
As you guys can see, when I shifted it in reverse or drive, the shaft out here was turning. So I did something when I pulled this wheel off. I'm going to lift this thing back up, put a jack stand or something under it, pull this wheel back off, see how it's supposed to be keyed in there, put this back together, and then put the rest of this wonderful contraption back together, and I should be good to go. See a line in the shaft there, and I see a line in the deal there, but I don't see a part that holds those both together. So let me go over here where I pulled this off initially, see if maybe a little piece fell out of that thing, and put that back together. I could also check the other side. I think I may have found it back here in the yard where I pulled this wheel off. I found what may have been that key. Who'd have thunk it? So let me put this back together, put this in there, see if I can get this tractor to roll. It is. You can actually put the wheel on and then just slide the key in the slot after you line it up. I'm going to put 2 washers on it. I get the clip ring in there. I'm going to put the cap on, fire this puppy up, drive it around, let you guys see it.
Release the traction brake. Slow this thing down. And shift it in first. Bet I won't hit Panther. Woohoo! Man, thanks for your input.
I appreciate that. Clip the cable back in, hooked it back on, slide the unit back under where it belongs. Front arm and pin in. Now I'm about to loop this side of the belt back over that pulley. Hook up this arm to there. Put that arm back in there. Hook it up to there. Back down to 1 so you can hook this there and get it pinned back in there. Back in here, it has a bend to the outside. Got that linkage back up there. Let me go ahead, fire it up, see if it'll cut some grass. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.